Have you ever stood in front of your closet, looked at every blouse you own, and thought, why do I feel invisible in all of this? You're not alone. So many women over 60 feel like their wardrobe stopped reflecting who they are, not because they've given up on style, but because the pieces they're wearing just don't do them justice anymore. Welcome to Healthwise for Seniors, where we believe elegance doesn't fade with age, it evolves. In today's video, we're talking about 6 specific blouse styles that do something truly powerful. They frame your face, they soften your features, they bring light back to your expression, without trends, without surgery, and without spending a fortune. Now, some people think after 60 you should dress safe. Loose fits, neutral tones, nothing too bold. But here, we think differently. You haven't aged out of beauty, you've grown into it, and your clothing should reflect that. So if you've been feeling a little uninspired when you get dressed, this video is for you. I'm going to show you which blouse styles truly flatter mature women, and how small changes in neckline, fabric, or color can completely shift how you look and feel. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend who could use a little wardrobe inspiration, and subscribe to Healthwise for Seniors. Your support helps us bring you more content that's real, refined, and created just for women like you. Now, let's talk blouses, the kind that don't just dress you, but quietly remind the world that you're still glowing, still powerful, and still very much seen. Drapey V-neck, the soft power of effortless elegance. At 60 and beyond, the most powerful pieces in your wardrobe aren't the flashiest ones. They are the ones that quietly flatter you, feel amazing to wear, and reflect who you are today. That's exactly what a drapey V-neck blouse does. The beauty of a soft V-neck lies in its simplicity. It elongates the neck, opens the chest area, and brings natural light to your face, instantly refreshing your look without trying too hard. It draws the eye upward, where your smile and spirit live. But here's the secret. The drapey part matters just as much as the V. You want fabrics that flow, not cling, like modal, bamboo viscose, rayon, or soft silk blends. These materials drape beautifully, feel breathable, and skim over the midsection in the most flattering way. They're forgiving without being frumpy. Now let's talk color. Harsh black or muddy neutrals can drain your complexion, especially if your hair is graying or silver. Instead, choose shades like teal to make brown eyes sparkle, dusty lavender to complement gray hair, deep blush or warm ivory to add warmth and glow, or a soft navy which flatters nearly everyone without looking too heavy. One of my clients, Donna, she's 67 and full of life, wore a teal bamboo V-neck to her granddaughter's birthday brunch. She paired it with wide-leg white jeans, tan sandals, and the softest pink lipstick. She didn't say a word about her outfit, but everyone noticed. She told me later, I didn't feel like I was hiding. I felt like me, just lighter. That's the power of the right blouse, how to style it. For everyday, pair with denim, leather flats, and simple earrings. For a soft evening look, try with satin trousers and a light shawl. On the go, add a crossbody bag, sneakers, and a linen scarf. It's effortlessly chic. What to avoid? V-necks that plunge too low. Keep it graceful. Overly clingy fabrics or anything that wrinkles instantly. Colors that wash you out. Always check the blouse near natural light. If your skin looks brighter, it's a yes. You don't need to spend a fortune. Some of the best drapey V-necks I've seen were from Uniqlo, Mango, or even secondhand stores. It's not about the brand, it's about how the blouse feels on your skin, how it moves when you do, and how it lifts your confidence. Because at this stage in life, style isn't about shouting, it's about knowing what works and letting it whisper your elegance. Feminine button-up, classic style, reimagined with grace. The button-up blouse may seem basic at first glance, but with the right touch, it becomes one of the most powerful pieces in a mature woman's wardrobe. After 60, it's not about looking trendy, it's about feeling put together, graceful, and at ease. A feminine button-up gives you all that without ever trying too hard. The magic is in the details. Think soft collars that frame your face gently, delicate puff sleeves that balance the shoulders, mother-of-pearl buttons that add a vintage touch. Scalloped hems, curved seams, subtle gathers at the bust. These quiet accents transform a shirt from stiff and shapeless into something truly elegant. A good button-up doesn't demand attention, it earns it. The vertical line of buttons naturally elongates your torso. The collar draws the eye upward, toward your smile. And with the right tailoring, it offers shape where you want it and room where you need it. Fabric makes all the difference. Skip the stiff, scratchy blends that crease with every move. Look for cotton modal, bamboo viscose, tencel, or even washed linen. These materials feel soft on the skin and move with your body. They breathe, drape well, and hold their shape throughout the day. When it comes to color, white is a classic, but don't stop there. Muted tones like soft blush, sage green, misty blue, oatmeal, or lavender gray are much more flattering to mature skin. They lift the face, soften fine lines, and pair beautifully with silver or salt and pepper hair. Let me tell you about Susan, a retired teacher from North Carolina. She's 66 and had spent most of her life in structured, practical clothes. One day, she found a blush pink button-up at a local boutique, pleated cuffs, embroidery on the collar, mother-of-pearl buttons. She hesitated at first, thinking it was too fancy for every day. But when she wore it to brunch with her daughter, paired with white jeans and simple pearl studs, something shifted. People complimented her glow. Someone even asked if she'd gotten a makeover. "That blouse made me feel like I hadn't felt in years," she told me. "Like I was visible again, soft, feminine, and still very much myself." Now she wears that same blouse buttoned up with a midi skirt to church, unbuttoned over a tee and jeans for errands, or layered under a cardigan for afternoon art classes. It's become her signature. And the best part? It cost her under $40. That's what a good feminine button-up can do. It's not flashy. It doesn't chase trends. It simply supports you, your shape, your life, your energy. Avoid overly boxy cuts that hide your figure. Skip fabrics that wrinkle just from breathing, and steer clear of loud patterns that overpower your presence. Instead, choose a blouse that moves with you, frames your face, and whispers your quiet confidence. You'll find beautiful versions at places like Jill, Mango, Everlane, or even in a well-stocked thrift store. Look for softness, structure, and subtle charm, and don't be afraid to wear it often. A truly elegant blouse doesn't shout new. It simply looks right every time. Because style after 60 isn't about proving anything. It's about honoring who you are and dressing in a way that reflects that, with grace, with ease, and just a touch of timeless charm. Silky satin blouse, the glow that flatters without trying. There's something magical about a satin blouse. It doesn't sparkle, it doesn't shout, and yet it lights up your entire face the moment you slip it on. At this stage in life, when skin may lose some of its natural radiance, the soft sheen of satin can bring that glow right back, without makeup, without effort. The beauty of satin is how it reflects light gently. It mimics candlelight, softening fine lines, warming the complexion, and creating an elegant lift that's hard to define but easy to notice. It doesn't cling. It glides, moving with you in a way that feels almost weightless. You don't need pure silk to get this effect. Bamboo satin, polysatin blends, and rayon satin can offer the same luminous finish at a fraction of the price and often machine washable. What matters is the texture. It should feel smooth, cool to the touch, and flow when you move. If it feels plasticky or stiff, keep looking. Fabric matters. Good satin should never cling to the wrong places or exaggerate problem areas. Instead, it should drape softly over the body, especially around the bust and midsection. This makes it an ideal choice for women who want ease, coverage, and polish all at once. If you're shopping in store, do the light test. Hold the fabric up to your face near a window. If your skin looks brighter and your eyes pop, that's your shade. If your skin looks dull or washed out, try a warmer or deeper tone. Best colors for mature skin. Skip shiny whites or harsh silvers, those can look too bridal or cold. Instead, go for muted glowing tones that play well with natural skin changes and graying hair. Champagne classic and soft. Dusty rose feminine but grounded. Oyster gray neutral with a twist. Slate blue cool and calming. Soft gold flattering for warm skin tones. Emerald green or deep teal rich, sophisticated, and age-positive. These shades don't just flatter, they illuminate. Real example, Barbara, 68, retired nurse from Seattle. Barbara never considered satin part of her style until she found a dusty lavender satin blouse on sale at a department store. It had a relaxed fit, a slight sheen, and a V-neckline with subtle gathers at the shoulders. She wore it to her 40th anniversary dinner, paired with black crepe pants and a single strand of pearls. Her husband couldn't stop complimenting her. A stranger at the restaurant asked where she bought her blouse. "It made me feel like I was glowing," she later said. Not flashy, just lit from within. Now she wears that same blouse layered under a soft blazer for museum visits or tucked into wide-leg jeans for weekend lunches with friends. It's become her go-to when she wants to feel elegant without effort. How to wear it. Casual day out. Tuck into high-rise denim with ballet flats and a crossbody bag. Evening look. Pair with tailored trousers and gold hoop earrings. Layered style, under a cardigan, long vest, or soft blazer, it still shines through. Keep the rest of the outfit simple. Let the blouse take the spotlight and let your confidence do the rest. Mistakes to avoid. Too much shine, overly glossy satin can look cheap. Look for a soft glow, not a mirror finish. Overdressing, you don't need stilettos and diamonds to wear satin. Balance it with relaxed pieces. Wrong fit if it hugs in the wrong places. Size up or look for styles with subtle pleats or flowing sleeves. Loud colors, neon satin can feel too bold. Stick to refined tones that complement your natural elegance. Shopping tips, you don't have to spend a fortune. Stores like Banana Republic Factory, Nordstrom Rack, Mango, and even Amazon carry elegant satin look blouses under $50. Watch for words like satin finish, silky drape, or lustrous weave. Want something unique? Check consignment or vintage shops. Many carry real silk or rayon satin blouses from decades past that are still in pristine condition. A satin blouse doesn't try to make you look younger, it simply honors who you are now. It lights your face, softens your look, and reminds the world that elegance doesn't age. It evolves with grace and just the right amount of glow. Tunic blouse, effortless comfort with graceful style. There's a reason the tunic has stood the test of time. Across cultures, climates, and centuries, this silhouette has always offered one thing women over 60 appreciate deeply: freedom. Freedom to move, to breathe, and to feel beautiful without squeezing into something that doesn't reflect your life anymore. The tunic blouse doesn't cling. It skims, floating over the body while still maintaining shape. The best ones are designed to give space without losing form, a graceful drape that honors your figure without trying to hide it or hug it tightly. The ideal tunic for mature women. Not all tunics are created equal. The most flattering ones include a soft A-line cut that gently opens at the hips, 3/4 length sleeves or flutter sleeves that give light coverage, split or mandarin collars that frame the neck beautifully, side vents or slightly curved hems to create movement. Look for subtle design details like pin-tuck pleats, embroidery around the neckline, or buttoned cuffs. They add dimension and interest without overwhelming your frame. Fabric first. What makes or breaks a tunic? The key to a great tunic isn't just the shape, it's the fabric. You want something lightweight but not sheer, soft but not sloppy, breathable but still polished. Top choices include linen blends airy but structured, tencel or bamboo viscose soft, silky feel with beautiful drape, cotton gauze or crinkle textures travel-friendly and relaxed, rayon blends smooth and fluid without clinging. These fabrics move with you, resist wrinkles, and are kind to mature skin, especially in warmer climates or transitional seasons. Best colors and patterns. Tunic blouses come alive in colors that feel grounded and natural. Rich earth tones, soft pastels, and coastal hues all pair beautifully with silver hair or sun-kissed skin. Some universally flattering options: ivory or warm cream, olive green or muted sage, soft denim blue or faded indigo, terracotta or dusty peach, blush rose or pale lavender. If you love prints, go for tone-on-tone florals, small geometrics, or ethnic-inspired embroidery rather than loud, dated patterns. Real story: Diane, 62, former flight attendant from Arizona. After years in fitted uniforms and heels, Diane wanted comfort, but not at the cost of style. She discovered tunics on a trip to Santa Fe and bought a white crinkle cotton tunic with light turquoise embroidery around the neckline. Now she wears tunics constantly. For errands, she pairs them with ankle-length leggings and slip-on loafers. For summer travel, she layers them over wide-leg linen pants and adds oversized sunglasses. "I feel like I'm finally dressing for the woman I am, not the role I had to play," she said. "It's breezy, it's artistic, and it's mine." Styling tips that work. For casual days, pair a tunic with slim-fit jeans or leggings. Add ballet flats or slide sandals and a crossbody bag. For elevated evenings, belt a longer tunic over black trousers and add statement earrings. For travel, look for wrinkle-resistant fabrics and side slits for movement. Add a straw hat and espadrilles. Balance is key. Tunics offer volume on top, so keep the bottom streamlined to avoid looking shapeless. Mistakes to avoid: too oversized. A tunic should flow, not drown you. If it feels like a tent, size down or try one with structure. Busy, outdated prints: avoid dated paisleys or heavy contrast florals. Subtle designs are more modern. Overlayering: let the tunic speak. Avoid too many accessories or heavy outer layers that compete with it. Where to shop? You can find great tunic blouses at Jill, known for breezy, age-positive styles. Eileen Fisher, on sale or outlet, minimalist elegance. Chico's or soft surroundings, bold tunics with artistic flair. Target or Amazon, great basics with lightweight fabrics. Travel boutiques and resort shops, especially for embroidered cotton and linen. Tunics are also a thrift store goldmine. Many secondhand shops carry vacation-style pieces in excellent condition for half the price. A well-made tunic blouse doesn't just hang on your body, it moves with your rhythm. It gives you freedom without sacrificing style, and ease without ever looking sloppy. Whether you're walking through a farmer's market or attending a garden brunch, the tunic says, "I'm here, I'm at ease, and I'm still evolving with elegance." Lace and eyelet, softness with strength. Lace has long been a symbol of femininity, but for women over 60, it's no longer about dressing pretty or delicate. It's about refining your softness, not diminishing your strength. The right lace or eyelet blouse can add texture, light, and emotion to your outfit without ever feeling outdated or overly romanticized. The key is understatement. Modern lace for mature women doesn't scream with frills or glitter. It whispers through subtle insets, tone-on-tone patterns, and carefully placed embroidery. It doesn't try to make you look younger. It reminds the world you've always been beautiful, just in quieter, more graceful ways. What to look for in modern lace. Skip the bulky, bridal-style lace or overly fussy details. Look for eyelet embroidery on the neckline or hem, lace insets on the sleeves or shoulder panel, tone-on-tone floral lace that blends into the blouse, not stands out too starkly, crochet trim at the collar or cuffs, layered details like a scalloped edge under a soft cotton overlay. The goal is texture, not noise. Lace should feel like a quiet detail someone notices only when they're close enough to appreciate it. Best colors for a refined look. Color plays a huge role in how lace is perceived. Stick with shades that add warmth and elegance. Ivory or soft white, not too bright, not too yellow. Blush or dusty rose, romantic but grounded. Pale sage or slate blue, earthy and sophisticated. Oyster, champagne or soft gray, polished without looking bridal. Black lace in small doses, elegant and a little French, especially when paired with pearls or red lips. Avoid stark white or bright neon lace, which can feel too costume-like or youthful in the wrong way. Real example. Margaret, 70, retired therapist from Maine. Margaret always thought lace wasn't for her, too sweet, too fragile. But during a fall trip to Boston, she walked into a boutique and tried on a long-sleeve ivory blouse with eyelet details on the shoulders and subtle lace trim at the wrists. She wore it to her sister's garden dinner party with straight-leg pants and low-heeled loafers. Her niece told her, "You look like you stepped out of a Nora Ephron movie." "It didn't make me feel girlish," Margaret said. "It made me feel remembered." Now she wears that blouse under a denim jacket with jeans or tucked into wide-leg trousers with a long pendant. It's become one of her favorites, not because it's flashy, but because it feels like poetry. Styling ideas. Casual lunch, white lace blouse plus dark wash jeans plus leather loafers. Spring weekend, eyelet top plus linen cropped pants plus sandals. Soft elegance, blush lace blouse plus wide leg slacks plus pearl earrings. Layered, sleeveless lace blouse under a cardigan or blazer. Warm weather, pair with a straw hat and soft-colored skirt for a feminine daytime look. Always balance softness with structure. If the blouse is floaty, keep your bottoms tailored. If the lace is bold, keep the accessories minimal. Common mistakes to avoid. Too much lace in one piece. Look for lace accents, not all-over lace tops unless they're extremely refined. Overly ruffled or frilly styles, ruffles plus lace can feel overly juvenile. Synthetic lace with a plastic sheen. Choose natural, breathable materials or blends that feel soft against the skin. Bright white with harsh contrast can feel too formal or costume-like. Ivory is more forgiving. Where to find them? Chico's and Jill often carry eyelet and lace pieces designed with mature women in mind. Anthropologie and Loft for more artistic, subtly romantic blouses. Etsy or local artisans if you want hand-embroidered or vintage-inspired pieces. Amazon brands like Grace Karin or Pretty Garden have affordable cotton lace tops with great reviews. Consignment shops are great for finding older, high-quality lace that has stood the test of time. Lace and eyelet blouses are not about looking fragile. They're about expressing the parts of you that are strong, soft, and entirely your own. In your 60s and beyond, elegance isn't about age, it's about intention. And lace, when worn well, becomes less of a trend and more of a quiet declaration. I'm still blooming. Peasant blouse, beauty rooted in craft and ease. The peasant blouse is more than a trend. It's a timeless celebration of femininity, freedom, and tradition. Inspired by folk styles from around the world, this blouse combines artisanal detail with effortless comfort, making it one of the most flattering and freeing pieces for women over 60. What makes the peasant blouse so special is its relaxed silhouette and handcrafted feel. It doesn't require a perfect body or perfect skin. It was never designed to show off. It was designed to move, to breathe, and to reflect a woman's natural rhythm. What defines a peasant blouse? Look for these key details. Gathered or ruched neckline, often with ties or subtle tassels. Billowy sleeves with elastic or button cuffs. Loose, tunic-style body with a slight A-line shape. Embroidery or artisanal stitching around the yoke, cuffs, or hem. Lightweight natural fabrics like cotton voile, linen gauze, or viscose. The overall feeling should be unstructured but intentional, like something handmade with care, not mass-produced. Ideal colors and patterns. The peasant blouse shines in earthy, nature-inspired tones. These colors not only flatter mature skin tones, but also enhance the blouse's grounded, handcrafted look. Beautiful options include cream, ivory, or soft white, clean and easy to style. Dusty indigo or faded denim, perfect for everyday wear. Terracotta, clay, or muted mustard, earthy and warm. Olive green, pale sage, or blush pink, soft yet rich. Faded lavender or sky blue, light and calming. Minimal floral embroidery, geometric motifs, or tone-on-tone stitching can add depth without overpowering the look. Real example. Carol, 65, ceramic artist from New Mexico. Carol first discovered peasant blouses during an art retreat in Santa Fe. She found a white cotton gauze blouse with hand-embroidered detail along the neckline and cuffs. It was loose, breathable, and had a lived-in softness she immediately loved. "I didn't feel dressed up, and yet I felt completely myself," she said. "It moved with me. It felt like part of the life I live now, not the one I used to dress for." Carol wears her peasant blouses with linen trousers and handmade jewelry when she's at her studio. When she goes out for lunch, she adds a straw hat, wedge sandals, and oversized sunglasses. It's simple, but people always comment on how put together she looks. How to style a peasant blouse. Weekend ready, pair with ankle-length slim jeans, espadrilles, and a crossbody bag. Casual brunch, tuck the front into wide-leg linen trousers with leather sandals. Boho elegance, add a tiered midi skirt, long pendant necklace, and soft curls. Layered look, slip under a light vest or cardigan in cooler months. Travel style, with flowy palazzo pants and a wide brim hat, comfortable and photogenic. Balance the volume of the blouse with more structured or slim bottoms. Add natural textures, woven bags, wooden jewelry, soft leather to enhance the artisan feel. Common mistakes to avoid. Overly bright or loud patterns can feel costume-like or clash with the blouse's quiet charm. Synthetic, stiff fabrics lose the movement and breathability that make this blouse special. Too much volume everywhere, pairing with loose pants, can overwhelm your frame. Heavy accessories let the blouse speak. Keep styling soft and cohesive. Where to shop? Look for beautiful peasant blouses at Anthropologie and Free People, artistic and well-crafted, great for sales. Jill and soft surroundings, relaxed fits and soft tones for mature women. Etsy, handmade, embroidered, and vintage options. Local boutiques or global markets support artisans and find one-of-a-kind designs. Second-hand and consignment shops, many carry embroidered cotton and linen styles in great condition. The peasant blouse is for the woman who's lived fully and dresses like she has nothing to prove. It reflects strength without stiffness, softness without fragility, and a quiet confidence that comes from wearing something honest, artistic, and free. Let me know if you'd like me to adapt this tone for a summary or for transforming all 6 chapters into a downloadable guide. So, now you've seen them, 6 blouses that do more than just dress you. They soften, they flatter, they carry your presence with quiet strength. Because after 60, we don't need loud fashion. We don't need to chase trends. We just need clothing that reflects who we are, wise, radiant, and unapologetically elegant. Whether it's a satin blouse that catches the light, a button-up with soft structure, or a tunic that flows with freedom, what you wear should feel like it was made for the life you live now. And here's the truth. Style isn't about looking younger. It's about looking aligned with your energy, your values, your story. So if you're walking away from this video with even one idea that made you smile at the thought of getting dressed again, mission accomplished. If you found value in today's video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below telling us which blouse you're excited to try, and subscribe to Healthwise for Seniors for more timeless style inspiration created just for you. You are not invisible. You are not past your prime. You are evolving and looking more elegant than ever. Until next time, stay graceful, stay curious, stay wonderfully you.